बालवीर सीज़न 3 के आने वाले एपिसोड में हमें पता चलेगा कि किस तरह बालवीर को ये सच पता चल जाता है कि बेनाम का असली नाम बालपरी है। यानी बालपरी जो कि बालवीर सीज़न 1 और बालवीर रिटर्न्स में थी, वो बालपरी ही बेनाम है। और इस बात का अंदाज़ा लगाया जा सकता है क्योंकि बेनाम ने खुद कहा था कि वो अपना असली नाम नहीं ले सकती, क्योंकि अगर बेनाम ने अपना असली नाम ले लिया तो वो नाम गूंजते गूंजते उनके दुश्मनों के पास पहुंच जाएगा और वो ख़तरनाक दुश्मन बेनाम को ढूंढ लेंगे। लेकिन अब क्योंकि बालवीर की पावर्स उसके पास आ गई हैं और बालवीर बहुत ताकतवर हो गया है, इसलिए अब बालवीर के सामने बेनाम का असली नाम लिया जा सकता है जो कि बालपरी है। यानी हमारी बालपरी अब वापस आ गई हैं और शर्मीली राज एक बार फिर से बालपरी का किरदार बहुत अच्छी तरह निभाएंगी और हमें ये बात भी पता चल जाएगी कि बालवीर रिटर्न्स की दूसरे कैरेक्टर्स यानी दूसरी परियां और हमारा सबसे फेवरेट विवान जो कि छोटा बालवीर था, उसके साथ क्या हुआ, जो कि एक स्टोरी में बताया जाएगा जो बालपरी बताएगी हमें। और ये बात भी कंफर्म हो जाएगी कि बालवीर सीज़न 1, बालवीर रिटर्न्स और बालवीर सीज़न 3 एक साथ कनेक्टेड हैं और इन सब का आपस में कोई ना कोई ताल्लुक़ ज़रूर है। क्योंकि पहले तो हमें लग रहा था कि बालवीर सीज़न 3 बिल्कुल अलग है, लेकिन क्योंकि अब बालवीर को पता लग गया है कि बालपरी बेनाम है, इसका मतलब कि अब बालपरी की वजह से ये तीनों सीजन्स एक ही स्टोरी में आ चुके हैं। और जैसे ही बालवीर को पता चलेगा तो बालवीर बहुत दुखी होगा क्योंकि उसकी पूरी ज़िंदगी उससे ये बात छुपाई गई और उसकी मेमोरी से, उसकी याददाश्त से ये बात निकाल दी गई कि बालपरी उसकी असली माँ है और ये याद डाल दी गई कि मादीशी बालवीर की असली माँ है। तो हम देखेंगे कि किस तरह बालवीर पहले तो गुस्सा होता है और फिर बाद में बालवीर भी समझ जाता है कि बालवीर को बचाने के लिए बालपरी को अपना नाम बेनाम रखना पड़ा। अगर आप सबसे पहले सीज़न 3 के एपिसोड्स देखना चाहते हैं तो मैजिक वर्ल्ड को सब्सक्राइब कर दें और इस वीडियो को लाइक कर दें ताकि अगले सीज़न 3 के फुल एपिसोड्स आपके पास सबसे जल्दी आएँ। तो इस एपिसोड को शुरू करते हैं। Today's episode is going to be a mystery solving episode, as some might say, because this mystery, which shouldn't be considered as a mystery, is solved, and that is Balpari being Benam. Now, of course, when we heard that Sharmili Raj is reprising her role as a new character in Balveer season 3, we ultimately thought that they have done something in order to make sure that this new show, Balveer season 3, is somewhat connected to Balveer season 1 and the first two shows, which also include Balveer Returns, because the inclusion of Balveer being the son or biological son or just a son of Benam, and her name is also very much hidden, just proves that this is our Balpari and her real identity will be revealed, and we will showcase how that will happen, and we will just give our depictions on what that might look like. Now, of course, starting from the points that prove that Benam is Balpari, from the very first day she met with Balveer, she said that she can't reveal her identity, and that was just a major giveaway because her name is Benam, which also starts, well, it can't be a coincidence that it starts from B, and the same letter also is used for Balpari, and of course Balveer is also having the same letter, so it can't really be a coincidence, and they purposefully did that so that we can finally agree to the fact that our Balpari, who is played by Benam, is finally back. And of course Benam will catch up and make sure that Balveer catches up to all the past that has happened, and our theory that suggested that the entirety of Shashwan Lok added new memories or just replaced or they hid the previous memories of Balveer, the Balveer who had so many quests and adventures, or these fights and battles, and they all were removed, or they weren't really removed, they were just hidden. And this is the theory that is taking the emergence from the fact that Shashwan Lok has the powers or magic that can ultimately just remove and add new, you can say, memories, and just replace the older memories with new ones. So it won't be really hard for the people of Shashwan Lok to replace Balveer's memories, the old memories, with the new ones, where Mahadishi is Balveer's mother, and the entirety of Balveer's adventures are removed, and the new storylines just are a replacement or just a cover, so that they can use Balveer for their own good. Now, of course, when Balveer was recalling the memory as much as many quotes as possible this word might be in, he recalls that Balveer was saved by Mahadishi in that burning house or whatever, and she just closes his mouth with her hand, and she won't, you can say, try or make sure, she will definitely make sure that Balveer doesn't recall that memory, because that will just allow him to remember what really happened. So she has to keep that secret away from Balveer's memory, because the much Balveer thinks about it, the more it will be vulnerable for Balveer to recall his memories and what really happened. And of course, the second giveaway was, of course, in the very first, or actually second or first few episodes, we saw the statues of Veerlok. And of course, there is no way that in Udakalok there are just random statues of a lion or multiple statues. And even in Shashwan Lok, there are these lions built on the Smriti Mahal, or to the entrance of Smriti Mahal. Now, of course, Smriti means a remembrance or a memory, and that is the memory of Shaurya, and that was from Balveer Returns. So all of these things add up to the fact that Balveer Returns is connected to Balveer Season 3, but they never shed a light on it, and they just tried to hide it from us. But they must know this, that if they just tried to make some sort of connection to the first two shows, it would be for the benefit of this show, because this is how it goes. But they decided that having a whole new story for Balveer, which is a completely different universe for some reason, we have no idea why, they just decided to go with that. And it would definitely be really mind-blowing if at the end it is revealed that this is the same universe, and Shashwan Lok and the entirety of everyone in Shashwan Lok and Udaka Lok lied to Balveer. And of course, this will definitely be a very compelling plot, because Balveer will definitely turn, and he will turn against the people, his own people, because they lied to him and they removed and replaced his old memories with new ones. So that will definitely be a really interesting and intriguing plot. But it's an unfortunate thing that we will never get it, because the writers don't really think that way, and they just think that whatever they are doing is right, which isn't doing them any favors, because the TRP just says that out loud. So it will definitely be an amazing thing if our theory, which is definitely the most compelling theory about this show, that Balveer is just, you can say, he is hidden from the truth, or the truth is actually hidden from Balveer. And it would be a very good foreshadowing that they did when they added more, you can say, replacement of memories explore Balveer into this family. And of course, one more thing that would suggest that this is Balpari, and of course, Balpari being the mother of Balveer just adds more to the theory that this Balveer is from Balveer season 1 and Balveer Returns, and it's not what they've showed us and what Dev Joshi answered to the questions that rose up about Balveer being the same Balveer from the previous 2 shows. Of course, we have talked about it numerous times, but now it is just being confirmed that Balpari, who is Benam, who is the mother of Balveer, is actually his real mother. Now, this isn't going to be a speculation, it is just the truth, and that is how it goes, and we really can't do anything about it. No one can actually, so we just have to think and find out, or it has to be completely up to the people who are running this show, who absolutely have no idea how to do it. So we'll just have to wait and watch whatever plots that are lying beyond the reach of the people, and the episodes that are lying ahead of us are no good, and of course we can always see that. And talking about the upcoming episode, Balveer season 3 episode 87, we have already laid it out and what that might be, so you can watch that episode as well. And of course, the episode where Balveer will meet Agil with Kashvi is definitely going to take a time to appear on the screens, because that is really how they do it, and they showed way too much, and it definitely isn't from the same exact episode, because that is something that never happened. There are so many plots going on. The very first scene was Balveer and Benam in the hospital bed, and then we had Agil talking about Kashvi betraying her, and then we see Andher arriving in this very dramatic entrance in the Bharadwaj family for some reason, and then we see Kashvi's reaction to it, and then we see that everyone in the family is shocked, and then Agil and Kashvi are just talking to each other. Well, they are really threatening each other, and they are talking in a very rude manner, which is a plus. So there are things that will be happening, and they just give us more to think about the future of this show. So of course, the thing that will most likely happen in episode 87 will include the reveal that shouldn't be a reveal anymore, that Balveer is the son of Benam, and the plot of Agil finding, no, actually not. So, well, she is in the same hospital. Benam is in the same hospital as the one that Andher and Taba are going to. So they will definitely see and report the information to Agil that they did see Balveer laying on the hospital bed, and he is very much alive. So that will probably be the end, and the episode will end on Agil making a threat to Kashvi for some reason once again, because this threat just feels empty due to the fact that Agil already can say she has already made a promise to herself that she will avenge, well, not avenge, she will just kill Kashvi because she has the Mahajadu and whatnot. And then she says that she won't have to kill Kashvi because the Mahajadu is like cancer and it's just going to eat Kashvi from inside. But she also doesn't know the fact that Mahajadu is not with her. So the fight that Agil is promising to Kashvi, and then Kashvi is so lenient to Agil and making everything about this fight so believable, is that both of them are really very angry at each other. Kashvi even more so, but Kashvi can't do anything about it. But Agil doesn't know that Kashvi no longer has Mahajadu with her. So this fight will definitely be stretched to the next week, knowing Balveer season 3. So it will definitely be episode 94 that will have that plot or that fight, or even if it is a fight, it won't be that you can say surprising. So we see that the behind the scenes footage that showed us that Benam wants Agil to be killed for some reason. Well, everyone would want that, but Benam even more so and more than anyone else. So we have no idea what that is all about, and it definitely should have something to do with the fact that Benam has something against Agil, or they just have a completely different plot going on, which would you can say explain the fact that Benam especially wanted Balveer to kill Agil, and after killing or just having a whole made up fake scenario of Agil just laying on the ground or just tilted to the wall of that bridge and Balveer just standing up definitely has something to do with the bigger game that Balveer is playing. So whatever they are trying to do, it won't make any sense. And of course, fans have spoken up that this show is definitely having the worst storyline, which is very much true, and they just have no idea how bad this looks for their own show, and that is what it will always be. So we have no idea how to take it and what to do with this show, and that will definitely be the end of this show, which is inevitable. We have been saying this from day one, that this show can not be as good as Balveer Returns. And talking about Balveer, season 1 is out of the question. It is just not possible for this show to be even compared and to the one that was once a very great show. So we have no idea what that is going to be about, and that is about it. So Balveer season 3 will definitely reveal, or we will definitely reveal it before then, that Benam is Balpari, and we might have the same costume for Benam, but the changes will be there because it's Balpari and she actually needed a better costume than what she got. She was their queen, and she was the acting queen at the very least. They called her fairy or queen godmother or some sorts, and the costume did not live up to the expectation, so that is sad. But we'll make sure that her costume is actually the best in the whole franchise, because her costume was not great in Balveer season 2, of course. In Balveer season 1, it was according to her character, and the second costume was actually really great. It really was worth it for her to wait this long to get her desired costume. So that is what is going on as of now, and we will make sure that her costume is the best that she has gotten, and it will definitely be an inspiration from Balveer season 1. And of course, the disaster that her hairstyle was in Balveer Returns will be, of course, it will definitely be ignored and it will be forgotten. And of course, the whole bun thing that sits on top of her hair will add to the fact that it is in fact Balpari, and her hair is just tied or made into a bun, so it doesn't give away the fact that it is our Balpari from Balveer Returns and Balveer, well, mostly from Balveer season 1. And there was only this one scene where we actually saw Balpari in her actual form using her real hair, and that will definitely be the giveaway that Balpari is Benam and Benam is in fact Balpari. And of course we really feel bad for all the crew members and cast members of this show, because they don't know, well, they probably know and have this feeling that their show is gonna go off air, Balveer, meaning Dev Joshi most of all, and we just can't wait to see how they react, how this show just goes down the drain, which it is already is. So that will definitely be very sad, but it just has to go, because this show has just lost all of its value, and the fans are just against this show, and they don't really care to listen to the fans, so it just won't be any sort of importance. So the main theme of this episode was finding out and proving that Benam is Balpari, and it will be proven later. And of course, on Magic World, it will definitely be there for all Balveer fans to know this fact that Benam is Balpari and Balveer will be. So it will definitely be really sad to see this show go out really sadly, and of course there's nothing anyone can do, not even the fans, the most loyal supporters of this show have given up on it, and this is all the fault of the showrunners, but they don't also really care, so we just have to cope with it, and hopefully this show gets a good ending instead of what we got in Balveer Returns. Subscribe our channel and watch these Balveer episodes only on Magic World, where new Balveer episodes are daily uploaded with new ideas, only for the true Balveer fans who want to experience the wonders of Balveer that are brought to you by Magic World. Take care of yourself and be happy.